Alright, here we go. Horseshoe Bend. Named for obvious reasons. Welcome to Zion Canyon. Don't charge. Good morning and welcome to the vlog. We've just woken up. It is 20 past 7 now. We'll be setting off in 10 minutes. Emily's just cleaning her teeth and we're packing up the rucksacks, and then we are going to be heading down to Horseshoe Bend this morning and then on to Antelope Canyon. You may see from the bags under my eyes, I did not sleep well last night. Emily's head hit the pillow and she was zonked out until the alarm went off at 6 o'clock this morning. I just could not sleep, just had one of those days where I could not get to sleep. Nothing to do with the hotel, the bed is super comfy. It was nice and cold in here with the AC. Wasn't too loud, we could hear a few voices here and there outside last night, but that was it. Just could not get to sleep. So yeah, feeling it today. Need 2 or 3 coffees. It's going to be about a 2.5 hour drive to Horseshoe Bend, so I'll pick it up once we get on the road. Alright, it is a absolutely glorious morning. I'm keeping my voice down obviously because it is early and people are sleeping next door. Mr. Chief is up, someone else is up in the wigwam over there. And we're just going to get the electrolytes made for today. Drinking a shitty Keurig coffee. I mean, look at the colour of that. Ugh. And then we're going to get on the road. Still can't get over how nice this place is. Really can't recommend it enough. If you're coming down to Utah and you're doing Zion, it's not the closest because it is a 10-minute, 15-minute drive to Springdale and to Zion, but you're not going to get anything like this in Zion itself. So yeah, incredible. So I've just realised we've got this amazing barbecue and kitchen outdoor, and we didn't buy anything for breakfast. We didn't buy bacon, we didn't buy eggs, we didn't buy bread, toast, milk. Toast, you can't buy toast. Bread. You can tell I haven't slept. Yeah, complete oversight, didn't think about breakfast at all. We'll have to find something en route. And the guy opposite me is cooking up a nice little breakfast on his patio, and yeah, I've got an electrolyte and a shitty coffee. Not very clever, Russell. Alright, we packed up. We're using our nice new Zion White Bison backpack. We got our electrolytes, we got our mozzie stuff, we got a packet of sweets, first aid kit, some mayonnaise sachets, and a few other bits and bobs, and we're gonna get on the road now. Emily's ready, so yeah, we'll see you at Horseshoe Bend. What a beautiful morning. Got the colour of the mountains in the background. Absolutely gorgeous. Just waiting for Emily, as usual, to get ready. She's finally here. She's only 8 minutes late. She knows I don't like being late. I like to stick to my schedules. Emily, you're 8 minutes late. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, we are on our way to Antelope Canyon. Everyone is out on their balconies enjoying their bacon and eggs while I'm bloody starving. Not sure if this is actually getting any of the nice camp in, but oh, here's Chief Wiggum. Totem poles at the start of the entrance. These are the little 2-bed villas, townhouses. Someone's either been up very early or someone's coming out from a very late night. From the look of them, it looks like they're having a very late night. She doesn't look too good.
Alright, we'll pick it up later.
Alright, we are back. We forgot ice for the ice bag and we forgot cash for the tips, and now Emily's forgotten something else. So back in we go to grab the bits and bobs we forgot, and then we'll be back on the road. So we're in the car on the way to Zion National Park.
No, we're not.
Okay, sorry, we're on the way to Horseshoe Bend, and Emily is watching Stoke FC play football at 8 o'clock in the morning on her phone in the car, not interested in any of the nice countryside, anything that's around us. She's watching Stoke on her iPhone. No words. Yeah. Alright, so we just came across a farmer's market, deli and bakery at the petrol station. We haven't had breakfast, so we're gonna grab something quickly in here and then get back on the road.
Head northwest toward Utah 9 West, North State Street.
So yeah, I'll just vlog a little bit inside the shop, but not much. Right, so this is Davis's Farmer's Market. It's a little supermarket with deli. Looking for something for breakfast. And actually, if it's got good food, we might even grab a sandwich for lunch as well, since we're going to be out on the open road. We are planning to stop at a Wallmart to get the steaks for tonight, but if the food here is better, we might grab something here. Alright, they really didn't have much in there. Managed to get a couple of English sausage muffins, some ketchup and sauces, and a large can of double shot Starbucks coffee with energy, whatever that is, God knows. Anyway, back to the car, eat this on the road, and get on our way to Horseshoe Bend. Alright, so we just made a quick stop because we are in Arizona and we are at the dam next to Horseshoe Bend. The sun is glaring into the screen, so I'm not sure what is being picked up. We just stopped for a quick break. We're about 10 minutes away from Horseshoe Bend. Lake Powell is pretty full up actually this time of the year because of all the snow you had over winter. I'll go to the other side now and show you the cabin. Alright, so that is the side of the road we were on just a second ago. And then I'm walking down here. I am terrified of heights. Not terrified, but I do not like them. So this is really setting my, holy shit. This is setting my vertigo off quite badly. Whoa, I've gone really wobbly. Okay, I'm gonna walk a little bit further into the middle. Oh my God, I don't like this. You probably look at the video and go, that's not that bad, but for someone who's got vertigo, oh, they've got holes in here so you can take pictures. Oh my God. There we go. Straight drop down. Oh, the bridge wobbles as trucks go over it. I'm going back. Right. We'll pick up the vlog when we get to Horseshoe Bend in 5 or 10 minutes. Alright, so we just pulled into a petrol station to use the restrooms. We're going to grab a drink, might possibly grab a coffee as I'm extremely tired today. And we've got a decent selection of sandwiches, they got a grill. Emily, do you want to grab a sandwich from here instead of Walmart? So yeah, we're going to grab a few bits and bobs and we'll come back to you. Alright, so I'm getting the premium high caffeine blend. I'm getting iced. These machines are great. Just fill up your cup with ice, whack it under, add your flavours, and $2 you've got a ginormous iced coffee. Tell you what, it's great. So you buy your coffee, you've got all the different creamers. So you've got sweet and creamy, you've got Hershey's chocolate caramel, you've got normal caramel, you've got hazelnut, you've got caramel, hazelnut noisette, vanilla, everything. Absolutely brilliant little petrol station, truck stop thing. So I'm going to spice up my iced coffee with some flavours. Ooh, mini marshmallows. Mini marshmallows in a coffee? No. Alright, step too far. Alright, pick it up when we get to Horseshoe Bend.
Lobby space. Right, how much do you have to pay? And do you have to pay cash or card?
$10. Alright, we made it to Horseshoe Bend. We're just going to pull through here. So it is $10 to get in for a car. Once you're in, if you leave, you have to pay again. So $10 isn't too bad. You park up and then it's about a 5-minute walk up to Horseshoe Bend. So I'll pick it up when we get there. Alright, we made it to Horseshoe Bend. We just parked the car. It's about a 1.5 mile walk to the actual bend. So it's a 3-mile round trip. So typically they say it takes around 40 minutes to 1 hour to complete, obviously with the stops. So we'll pick it up when we get there. So just on the walk, I'm not sure if you can pick it up in the background, but just over here is Page and obviously Lake Powell all around. It's busy today. This is definitely the busiest place we've been, but obviously this is a Saturday morning. Typically we've been coming out of the national parks during the week and very, very early. You wouldn't think just ahead of us was a giant bend in the river because you can't see literally anything. Apparently it's completely hidden right until you get on top of it. It's a lovely day. Temperature's absolutely perfect this morning. I think it's in the high 70s, which is probably the low 20s. Yeah, nice to be out in the fresh air. It's waking me up a little bit now. Well, that and the high caffeine coffee that I've just had.
Yeah, the drive's very boring.
Yeah, the drive is boring. Lots of straight roads, single roads, lots of overtaking slow cars and RVs and camper vans. So we've got this to do, and then we're going to head to Wallmart. There's a Walmart literally 2 miles down the road, and we're going to hunt out some nice steaks for dinner. Probably going to have steak and potato salad or something like that. Cook the steaks on the grill when we get back. So after we've got the steaks, we're going to head to Antelope Canyon. We've got a tour with Ken's Tours at 1 PM, so we need to be there for 12:30 for check-in. And we'll be going down into Antelope Canyon, obviously, which I'll be vlogging in full. So yeah, I'll pick it up when we actually get to the bend. Emily's rocking the backpack and turnaround and the fanny pack. She's double packing. And I'm rocking the Zion White Bison backpack. First time I think I've ever worn a backpack. Alright, so the first shot, Emily's debating that that walk there is not half a mile when it clearly is more than half a mile.
I would have left my phone in the car.
And she's left her phone in the car and she's panicking because she thinks it's going to get hot even though it's only 70 degrees. Or someone's going to break into the car. That's what she's worried about. Everywhere you go with Emily, she could be in Bel Air outside a $50 million mansion and she'd lock the car with herself in it in case someone breaks into it. I think she thinks everyone in America's a criminal. Sorry, Americans. It's not me, it's her.
Listen,
I get out anywhere.
The stories I hear.
Yes. So anyway, yeah, now you can't see it because of the bench, but we've got the first look of Horseshoe Bend. It's pretty busy, but you can walk all the way around it. So we'll probably get a picture at the entrance and then maybe walk around to the left-hand side because the right-hand side's very full. So once again, I'll pick it up when we get there. I must have said that 10 times by now. All right, we are here. So I'm going to show you the view live so that you guys can see it exactly the same time we see it. Well, actually, technically that's not true because I'm going to see it now and you guys aren't going to see it for probably about 10 weeks till the vlog comes out. But you know what I mean. So let's take a look over the edge. All right, there's a few helicopters going up above us. All right, here we go. Horseshoe Bend. Named for obvious reasons. Quite impressive. Lots of boats, kayaks. I'm zooming in. I'm not sure if you can pick this up because, like I said, the sun is right behind us, so I can't see anything on screen. So I'm hoping that's coming out clearly. We're going to walk around to... Should we walk around the left or right side then? Yeah, we'll walk around to the right because it's busier that way, so I'm guessing that's a better view. But yeah, quite incredible. All right, we're making our way across the rocks, jagged rocks. As you can see, there's people all the way up that far corner. Some people literally stand right on the edge. Not sure how big my balls are today. Let's have a look. Jesus Christ. No, I'm not sure I can go any further. We'll walk a little bit further around this way to get a better view. All right, Horseshoe Bend completed. Yeah, nice little place. Obviously for $10 you can't complain. Only need to be here for 10-15 minutes. Some people are camped out with professional setups and cameras and doing time lapses, and it's like people have got married here, to be honest, isn't it? A couple of them. Like they were having their wedding photos or something. They're all dressed up in white dresses, and people have got rugs down. Rugs, that's not the word. Blankets. And they're set up. But yeah, we've seen it. We're happy. Like I said, we're pretty quick at these things. 10-15 minutes. Get a mental picture. Get some actual pictures and then make a move.
Yeah.
So now we'll start the climb back up the hill, back to the car. And then we'll head to Walmart and grab some steaks for dinner. All right, made it back to the car park. Still a strong stream of people coming in. It's taken us about 30 minutes, start to finish. By the time we get to the car, 35 minutes from entering the pay gate to getting back to the car. So you're looking at a 10-minute walk there and 10-minute walk back. It's pretty flat. There's a slight slope, downhill walking there and then uphill walking back, but it's really not difficult. So we're going to jump back in the car now and head to Walmart and grab the steaks. I'll pick it up when we get there. In case my pictures didn't come out, that's where we've just been. Right, we made it to Wallmart. So we'll bring you along so you can come shopping with us. Just debating what type of steak to get. I'm thinking cowboy steak on the bone, but Emily's a bit funny with meat on the bone. So do we go safe and get like a fillet steak or ribeye, sirloin? Or do we go outside the box? Get maybe a flank steak, something like that, and get a chimichurri. No idea. I'm not sure. This doesn't look like it's a proper full-size superstore, so I'm not sure what kind of selection they'll have in terms of meat. But we'll get parked up, we'll go in and take a look. Alright, so I've just seen the state of my back, and my back is absolutely drenched in sweat because of the wearing the backpack. Let's see if there's a... Probably shouldn't be filming walking through the thing. So I'm looking for a mirror.
Go straight down.
Yeah.
The mirror in right there.
Perfect. Thank you. So yeah, I've just seen my back in the mirror because of wearing the backpack, and it is drenched. I'll try and show you now. Yeah. So I'm now contemplating getting a sports style t-shirt because, to be honest, I'm just wearing like a River Island t-shirt, which isn't great for hiking, and it's actually hot here. So the Grand Canyon, it was obviously cold. It was at 55 degrees, but here in Arizona, it's a lot warmer. It's going to be in the 90s. So I think I made a mistake wearing this t-shirt, especially as the color is grey. and grey is the worst colour t-shirt you can wear. So maybe not that bright, but I need to get something sporty like this that's gonna wick away the sweat. And I think Emily's gonna do the same because she's got a little sweat patch on her backs. Ooh, cargo trousers. We like a cargo. Never worn cargo shorts in my life. Doing all the hiking, so I thought I had to blend in. And actually, they're pretty good. They're handy. You've got so many pockets, you can just throw all your shit in. It's brilliant. Anyway, right, we'll come back once we find a t-shirt and a steak. All right, so we found a Dryworks moisture wicking $9 black t-shirt, so I'm gonna get that. Then we'll get one for Emily, if we can find them. I mean, who needs that much ground beef in one family? So we got the loaded potato salad with cheese and bacon bits, and we are looking for some nice steaks. Oh, there you go. So there's the tomahawk ribeye. Right, what do we fancy? Emily's a bit funny with meat, so we can't have anything that's too fatty or she won't eat it. And we don't want anything that needs to be slow roasted. We want something we can cook hot and high, something like that, like a nice ribeye. Have we got any fillet? New York strip, that's not bad. Nice marbling. Yeah, that's choice. Oh no, it's Angus. Yeah, USDA choice. Choice is not as good as Prime, if I'm correct. Prime is the best one. But yeah, our choice sirloin steak centre cut. That's like a fillet.
Yeah.
But I want bigger than that because I could eat both of those on my own. Right, get 4. Is that a bit too much, Emily? Alright, we'll come back once we found something. Alright, we went for the sirloin steak centre cut, 1.27 pounds, 2 nice big juicy steaks. I probably would have personally gone for the New York strip or the cowboy ribeye, which is what I wanted. But I know Emily can be a bit funny with bones and fat content, so I'll sacrifice my choice so she's happy with a nice clean piece of meat with a little fat and no bones. And now we need to find a sauce for the steak. Wow, you can tell we're in a popular spot with plenty of RVs because they have absolutely no bacon and sausage or hot dogs available on the breakfast section. Which reminds us we actually need to find something for breakfast tomorrow. So let's try and locate the sausage sandwiches that you can just whack in the microwave. We've got a microwave in the room. Oh, maybe there's just having issues with the freezers because a lot of stuff is out of stock. All right, so we're looking for breakfast sandwiches and a sauce for the steak. All right, so we've gone for Kinder's Bourbon Peach Barbecue. It is sold out, so I'm guessing that means it's decent. So now we just need breakfast sandwiches, which should be somewhere here in the freezers. I think Emily said there we are, breakfast right on the end. Right, we'll get a couple of sausage and egg sandwiches frozen that we can zap in the microwave tomorrow morning. That'll help keep all the other food cold in the freezer bag as well. Alright, so we went for a bacon breakfast bowl, which has got potatoes, eggs, bacon and cheese, and then we also got an egg, a sausage, cheese and potato burrito. Well, actually we got 2, Emily's got the other one. We are doing a lot of trekking tomorrow and walking, so we are going to need a hearty breakfast. So yeah, we're going to head to the checkout now. And then we'll get on our way to Antelope Canyon. I've got a feeling that we're going to be very early, so we might nip to Lake Powell or do something in Page first to kill a little bit of time. Oh no, we're going to go for lunch, aren't we? So we were going to grab a sandwich here, but we've eaten so many sandwiches out of the packet, so we're going to go to McDonald's, KFC, Wendy's, something like that. There's loads of choices here. So I'll pick the vlog up when we decide where we want to eat. Alright, so we brought with us the cooler bag, which is actually used for when we bought some meats in Dubai. Obviously, as you can see, it's a cooling one, and we filled up a little bag with some ice in here to keep everything cool, so we can just transfer all the stuff that we bought in here, put the meat on top, and then the frozen stuff at the side, and it'll keep everything cool until we get back to camp at 8 o'clock this evening. 5? No, we're going up to Zion Overlook Canyon at 5 o'clock, Emily. So we won't be back until 8 o'clock. So anyway, yeah, put that in there. Keeps it cool, really handy. Obviously these go flat in the case, so they don't take up any space. And yeah, we're gonna go head for some lunch. All right, so we unanimously voted for Burger King. I said that I wanted to try something we don't normally get in Dubai. We do have Burger King in Dubai, but I don't know, it's just not the same as in America. The last time Emily had a Burger King, she ordered a Whopper meal in the Maldives in the airport, and it cost me, it was either $25 or $30 for a Whopper. So hopefully this one's a little bit cheaper. All right, I've gone for the double bacon cheese Whopper, and Emily's gone for the normal Whopper. And Emily's not positioned to come underneath. And we're getting cherry Dr. Pepper for our drink. First soft drink we've had all holiday. All right, so we got 2 sandwiches, 1 meal. We can share the chips. Jesus Christ, look at the size of that. What on earth, that is huge. All right, I'll come back once we've unboxed these. So that's the normal Whopper, and then that's the beast I've ordered. Oh yeah. This will keep us going all day. Right, this thing is loaded. Oh yeah. All right, we have just finished in Burger King, and that was absolutely bloody lovely. Really, really enjoyed that. Definitely filled me up now. So I'm not sure what we're going to do, because we've got about an hour till we need to be at Ken's tours for Antelope Canyon. So we might head to Lake Powell or do something. Someone's got a flat tire. So anyway, yeah, I'll pick it up wherever we end up being. No idea where we're going now. All right, so we got an hour to kill, so we're just heading up to White Overlook. No idea what it's going to be like, but I'm guessing there'll be a nice overlook of the Glen Canyon National Forest or National Park, whatever it's called, and obviously out to Lake Powell. So it should be a couple of minutes away, half a mile. Let's see what we find. All right, this is White Canyon Overlook, and yeah, water levels are looking really healthy, seeing as everyone was saying Lake Powell was absolutely empty before, and Lake Mead, they're looking pretty full up now. You can see the bridge over there in the background, that's where I walked over before. We'll take a walk to the far side where the bus is just parking up and have a look at the marina. Alright, so we made it over to the corner of the overlook. The marina down there is looking pretty full. Looks like there's a little resort or town down there as well. And you can literally, the view, you can see, don't know if the camera can pick it up, but with the naked eye you can see for probably 50 to 100 miles. Absolutely incredible. River or lake, whatever it is, very busy, steady stream of boats heading up into Lake Powell. Yeah, I think that's a White Marina, considering this is White Overlook. So we're gonna head back to the car now, seeing as this bus has just turned up full of tourists. And we'll start making our way to Antelope Canyon. We've still got a good 45 minutes till we need to be there. It's only a 10-minute drive, so if we do see anything en route, then obviously we'll stop and vlog it as well. Alright, so we made it to Antelope Canyon. We're just entering now a place called Ken's Tours, which is who we booked the tour through. So it's actually husband and wife. There's 2 main operators here. It's Dixie Tours, which is the wife, and then obviously Ken's Tours, the husband. And they're both next to each other. They're probably the 2 largest tour providers for Antelope Canyon. So we are doing Lower Antelope Canyon. You can do Upper Antelope Canyon, but that's about a 2-hour trip because it's about a 30-minute drive to the upper canyons. So obviously, because we are short on time, we are just doing the Lower Canyon. So basically you drive into Ken's Tours and you just walk out the back, down some steps, and it takes you directly into the canyon. So tickets have cost us, it's around $55 per person, then you have to pay the Navajo Park entrance fee. So in total with the fees and the taxes, it's about $75 per person, so $150 for the two of us. And the tour lasts for about an hour. So it is only 1:10 we are early, we're not going in until 1 o'clock. You have to arrive 30 minutes before, so we've still got 20-30 minutes. We may be able to get out early, but I doubt it considering it's a Saturday and seeing how many cars are currently in the car park. So I'll pick the vlog up once we get going on a tour. We're going to try and hang back from the crowd and go to the very end so that we can, well, like I said, hang back and get some decent photos, take our time and do the vlogging while everyone else follows the guide through the canyon. So this first one here on the left is Dixie's, and then the second one, as you can see on the sign, is Ken's. All right, we'll pick it up in a bit. All right, so we made it to Ken's Tours and we had a little bit of a panic. So the current time now is, see that says 1:30, this says 12:30. So the current time in Arizona is 12:30. Now we are in a Navajo park and we thought it was 12:30, our tour was at 1. And then I googled what time it was in Arizona just to make double sure, and it said it's 12:30 in Arizona, but it's 1:30 in Navajo. Well, I was like, well, we're in a Navajo park, so does that mean we're on 12:30 or it's 1:30?
And the clock said 1:30.
And the clock here is saying 1:30, so now I was like, oh shit, we've missed it, we're late, we're not on Arizona time, we should have been on Navajo time. So I said, right, let's get ready. We legged it over to the thing, and luckily there was a clock on the wall and it said 12:30, so it's like, right, thankfully we've made it. So it's not Navajo time, even though you're in a Navajo nation and a Navajo area, it is Arizona time. So we took everything with us, backpacks, Emily's fanny pack, all that stuff, or bum bag, whatever you call it, and you're not allowed them. So you can only take what you can carry in your hand. So you can take a camera, a phone, and a bottle of water, and that's it. No fanny packs, no backpacks, no nothing. What else did I say? No tripods. I'm wearing my cargo shorts. So I'm going to be a little bit cheeky and I'm going to sneak in my selfie stick thing to film in my cargo pants, because technically it said you can only take what you can carry and it's in a pocket, so I'm carrying it. And we've got our electrolytes and our phone. That's all we're going to take. So it's still half an hour to go. They've only just called us 12:30. They're running late. People are arriving at 12:35 for the 12:30 tour, even though it says get here half an hour before, because people don't read instructions. No one has signed the waiver apart from us, and the lady behind the counter was very thankful and said, thank you very much for signing the waiver, you're the only one that's done it today. So everyone else is having to fill out the forms and sign the forms at the gate, and that's obviously taking a lot longer, and that's why they're delayed. So we're just going to chill in the car now for 15-20 minutes until they start calling the 1 o'clock time, and then yeah, you can join us on Antelope Canyon, Lower Antelope Canyon tour. All right, see you in a bit. Oh yes, and you may have noticed I have changed my t-shirt. I've got my Wallmart special, $9.99, really lightweight, really comfortable. Yeah, good little purchase. Glad I got it, and glad I changed. Although actually, now that I didn't need a backpack, I probably didn't really need to change, but never mind, wasn't to know. Alright, so inside there is a little gift shop, a little cafe. You can get a few souvenirs. Coffees, drinks, lemonade, food and beverage, ice creams. Take a look in the little gift shop. I think Emily's gone in and she's checking herself out in the mirror or buying something. Get some Antelope Canyon souvenirs, soaps, see some native Indian gifts, dream catchers, Christmas ornaments, and then some art. So this is what we're going to be seeing later. Alright, so our tour is starting in 15 minutes, so we're going to head outside, join the queue, and I'll catch up with you in the canyon. Right, so we are all checked in and we are heading off now on the trail down to the canyons. Seems like there's 6 or 7 different groups that go for every 30-minute slot. So there's a group, we're in a group of 11, so it's pretty small groups. So we're going to hang at the back so that we can get all the best photos and do all the vlogging out of the way of everyone. And so I'll pick it up once we get there. Okay, so we're just walking down to the canyon now. You probably can't see it, but the canyons are just down here, completely hidden from view. So we're walking down our little group. It's about a 5-minute walk to get down to the canyons, and I'll pick up the vlog when we get down there. Alright, so we are just making it down to the entrance. You'll see the little shedded area down there. That's where the metal steps go down into these canyons, that you can see where all the rocks are, which stretch all the way down there. Alright, so we just finished the tour. A lot of the parts of the canyon you're not allowed to film because obviously it is Navajo land, you need to get permission. There were a couple of spots we could do a little bit of filming. The guy was like, it's fine, if it's going on YouTube, that's fine. So what I'll do is I'll do a photo montage. I've taken about 400 pictures. So I need to edit them and go through. I'll put 10 or 15 or maybe more into the vlog. But yeah, really good tour. Takes about an hour. It is quite slow. You only walk about 0.4 or 0.5 of a mile. So yeah, I think it's about 470 kilometers, 470 meters. So 0.47 kilometers, 0.4 miles, something like that. But yeah, really good. We had obviously a Navajo young gentleman called Colby, who's our tour guide, really knowledgeable, really friendly. Took a load of awesome pictures for us. He knows all the tips and tricks. And actually they tell you when you go down what settings to use for Android, what settings to use for iPhone, what kind of warmth color setting you want it on, what filter, what aspect ratio. So yeah, they're really good, really knowledgeable, really enjoyable. Well worth $150. Incredible landscape and stone, obviously carved out by the water. So yeah, now we are heading off back to Zion. Oh, my shoulder's about to give way. I've literally woke up this morning with a bad neck, and all you're doing in the canyon is looking up like that. So my neck is a little bit sore today, but we've got about 2.5 hour drive now back to Zion National Park, and we're going to trek up the scenic overlook. So yeah, we'll catch up on the road and when we get to Zion.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching.
Alright, so we made it to the halfway point. We've just entered Kanab, which means we are 40 miles away, which is about 50 minutes. Interesting fact about Kanab. Kanab is one of the main locations for many of the John Wayne movies, and, well, not just John Wayne movies, many of the old country and western movies. interesting fact for you. Alright, we'll pick it up when we get to Zion. Zion. Oi. And cheeky son. See you in a bit.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground.
Alright, so we made it to Zion National Park. We're just in a queue to go into the entrance, and then we're going up to Canyon Overlook to do the trail up there. The car park is about 5.5 miles into the park. You drive through the tunnel, and then just after the tunnel is the parking. So fingers crossed at this time, I'm hoping that the parking isn't too bad. But, well, we'll soon find out. So I'll do a little bit of a time lapse as we drive through the national park, and then we'll pick it up once we start the trail at the Canyon Overlook. Alright, so we made it into Zion and we've been extremely lucky. Let me turn you around. So the tunnel is literally just here. It's only a short tunnel, and then you've got the Canyon Overlook. It's in, as per that sign, 500 feet. It's very difficult to find parking, especially at this time, because a lot of people come here for sunset, and we managed to find a parking space right next to the toilets. I was desperate. I have to say, those septic tanks are absolutely full. It is hot in there and it stinks. As soon as I stepped out the car, I went, oh my god, it stinks of piss. Excuse you're not gonna get I don't mince my words on this vlog, you should know that. So yeah, we're only 500 foot, so we're gonna walk down now to the start of the Canyon Overlook Trail, and then I don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere up there somewhere and getting a nice view. Driving through this park, it is absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to come back tomorrow. Anyway, let's start the trek. All right, so we've started the walk down. It's about 1 mile there and 1 mile back, so it probably should only take 40-50 minutes to complete it. Lots of cars in the line to get through the tunnel. So here's the line of traffic going in. So there are 2 or 3 car parks, but as you can see, they're only very small, and pedestrians can't walk through the tunnel, so they walk up here through the trail. Oh, look, there's Emily. All right, up we go. Apparently it's only a 1 mile round trip, so yeah, we'll probably be finished in 15 minutes. All right, I'll get back when we get to the top. All right, so you can see it's a little bit of a climb. It's pretty easy going. It's just Lots of steps up to the top. All right, we're out of breath already. Emily, we need to hit the gym. Oh, look, there's no railings here. Jesus Christ, that's a bit sketchy. We definitely need to get in the gym when we get home. But it's a nice walk. Apparently the steps are the hardest bit, then it flattens out. Not sure how much of this you can actually see because the sun is beaming right into our eyes. There are areas which are railed, obviously, where it's super steep. And there are areas which aren't railed. Again, if you're very scared of heights or you get vertigo, it's probably not for you. It's also a bit dodgy vlogging and not watching where you're putting your feet, but let's have a look over here. All right, we've got some shade, so I can finally see what we're doing and where we're going. So you can see the trail here, goes up here, and then I'm guessing it goes all the way around and up to the top of that mountain. Oh, this does not look like my cup of tea. It's like walking the fucking plank over a cavern. Holy moly. All right, this is setting my vertigo off. I definitely couldn't do Angel's Landing. All right, here goes. All right, we are in this little cavern. Not going too close to the edge. Made it over the plank bridge. Show you what is below if you were to fall. Goes a long way down there. There's no way this is a mile. We've already walked a mile and it looks like there's still a long way to go. All right, this is my idea of a worst nightmare. A very thin crossing with a drop and it's wet. Here goes. You see the water that seeped through the rocks coming down. Presuming winter, this is the waterfall. You can tell by the abrasion on the rocks. All right, we make the crossing and on we go. All right, the end is in sight. I can see people on top. We've got oh Jesus Christ, we've got a little bit further to go. There's not much of a path there, but yeah. Where do we go after that? Is this right? This is where they came. Let me go check it out first, Emily, and then I'll come back to you. Okay. Simon Theodore. Off he goes. Looking for food. Alright. I'm hoping this is the right way. It seems like there's a plateau and then nothing. So, I'm hoping there's something around this bend. Yes there is. Yeah, there's a little path here. See what, this isn't for the faint-hearted. Or am I just being a big baby? Alright. Every time we think we're getting there, we seem to keep going around more and more bends. Right, I'm putting the phone away now before I fall off the edge. Alright, we made it. You're gonna get the big reveal same time as we do. Quickly, while the sun's behind a cloud, Emily, because we can get a nice shot. Wow. Oh wow, there's the road. Welcome to Zion Canyon. Right, we made it to the top. We spent 5 minutes there taking pictures. Unfortunately, the sun is directly into the canyon. So not sure what videos came out, what pictures. Hopefully there's some good shots there. It's absolutely breathtaking with the eye, but obviously, you know, sometimes these cameras don't pick up everything clearly. So we're just gonna make our way back now to the car and then back to the campsite and whack on them steaks on the grill. Oh, Mr. Chipmunk's back. All right, Alvin. How many times can I do that joke in one trip? Oh, he's hard to follow. He jumps. Hello, mate. Alright, we've got a slight obstacle in the way of the path. If you get too close, it'll ram you.
I don't think they know that.
Alright, no, they probably don't. No, I think they do. Alright, we're waiting for this guy to do the pass. He's just got to come round here and then come through here, right past us. So we're just going to sit and wait. Don't charge. Right, Emily. He's up on the mountain. He's all right. Poor thing's probably terrified. He's got nowhere to go now, or has he?
I think that's the same one as last one.
No, we haven't been here yet. Oh, maybe.
I think he was. The thing is, a guy's coming around the corner. He's
Yeah, alright.
He's gonna have a right
Just
shot.
wait.
He's gonna have a shock in a minute.
He's going to scare him, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Look.
Oh. Wow. Alright, well that was a brilliant hike. In the end we came face to face with a mountain goat. A little bit of a Mexican standoff. And then he just bolted up the mountain. Yeah, it's not a bad walk actually. I probably made it out to be a lot worse than it was. It's just the uncertain, especially when you've got vertigo like me. When you're walking around a rock and you've got nothing to hold on to and you can see the drop, as soon as you look down, your body just loses itself and you lose your stability and you start to kind of feel uncertain about your whereabouts and dizzy. But yeah, really nice, great end to the trip. Well, not end of the trip, end of the day, to see that billy goat on the mountain. I presume it's a billy goat, no idea what it was. So we're gonna jump back in the car now, head through the tunnel and put some steaks on a barbie. All right, we are heading back through the tunnel. I'm not sure if you can see this, but in the middle to right section, there's a lady in her wedding dress with her new husband. And it looks like they're attempting to climb and do the hike that we've just done, but I think they've been stopped by the lady who's at the tunnel, maybe advising them that it's probably not a good idea to do the hike in a wedding dress, who knows. Or maybe they're just talking to someone in the car park, no idea, they've been at the entrance for a while.
She's doing something to be dressed, and she's trying to hike up with Satan things or something.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be doing that climb in a wedding dress, but hey ho, each to their own. Right, there we go, better shot. She is going up, she's having a dress tucked up high so she can do it. Fair play to the woman. Alright, she's making the climb. Go girl! As you can see her. You'll see her up there in a second. There she goes. Well, I never thought I'd see a woman in a wedding dress climbing up Zion Scenic Outlook.
She's got arguments, so she's alright.
Alright, journey continues. Alright, so we made it back to camp. We've been out for 12 hours now. We've probably done 400 or 500 miles. I had us scheduled to get back to camp at 7 p.m. and it's currently 7:05. So not bad considering I planned this trip like 2-3 months ago. Obviously we made a few changes last minute, but yeah, pretty good planning from my side. Absolutely incredible day. So we're just going to pull into the campsite now. Emily's going to have a shower, get refreshed, and I'm going to whack the steak on the barbie and open a beer. So catch up with you once I'm in front of the grill. Home sweet home. All right, time to get the barbecue fired up and start making dinner. Wow, what a beautiful sunset. Not a bad view. First things first though, crack open a beer. Cheers. All right, we are cooking on fire. I gotta say, this barbecue is absolutely brilliant. This sear grill, or whatever you call it, is absolutely fantastic. Might have to invest in one of these myself. Our steaks are up here, just cooking on a, right, that looks like it's a medium rare. Yeah, we'll keep them going a bit longer. We like our steaks medium. Turn that off. Back in for 5 minutes to go. Alright, and there we have it. Sirloin steak with a loaded potato salad and a bourbon peach barbecue sauce. Perfect dinner after a long day out in the national parks. Alright guys, so we've just finished our steak dinner. We just sat around the fire, enjoying a nice beer, relaxing. It's been a long day today. But a very enjoyable day. Lots has happened. Fantastic day at Antelope Canyon. Nice to see Horseshoe Bend. Really good trail in Zion where we're going back tomorrow morning. Met obviously a bighorn sheep on the trail, which was brilliant. Saw a few chipmunks as well. Had a lovely evening this evening. So we're going to wrap up the vlog here now. We've got obviously we're checking out tomorrow. The plan is to get up and leave by 6 AM and get up to Zion National Park and do 6-7 hours in the park early doors before it gets too busy. So we need to basically get everything cleaned up here, clean up the barbecue, the kitchen area, get everything packed, and then come 6 o'clock or 5:30 tomorrow morning, we can just load the car up and get on the road nice and early. We're actually lucky because 17th of September is the last day that the shuttles from Zion start at 6 AM. The day after tomorrow, they start from 7. And obviously we've planned everything to be on the shuttle at 6 AM. So it's a good job we double checked that, because if we'd been a day later, we would have been stood there for an hour with no way to get into the park. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hit like, subscribe, drop us a comment, and we'll see you next week for Zion National Park. Take care.